A handful of lifeless dirt, a garden that refuses to grow. One growing season, that's all it takes to turn concrete-hard, nutrient-dead soil into rich, living earth that explodes with vegetables, flowers, and abundance. While everyone else is buying expensive topsoil or fighting failing plants year after year, you're about to discover 10 simple, fast-acting methods that bring soil back to life naturally. No heavy machinery, no toxic chemicals, just proven techniques that work in containers, raised beds, backyard plots, or even barren patches. This isn't theory. This is the exact system high-yield gardeners use to transform dead dirt into productive soil in weeks. By the end of this video, you'll know every single step. Dead soil? No problem. Let's bring it back to life. Welcome back to Plant Care Secrets TV. If you're here, your garden soil is probably compacted, cracked, or so poor that nothing thrives. Maybe plants yellow and die. Water runs off instead of soaking in. Or you've tried everything and still get disappointing results. Maybe all three. These 10 methods solve every major problem with dead soil. They rebuild structure, feed microbes, restore nutrients, improve drainage and water retention, suppress weeds, and create long-term fertility you can see and feel. Here's what makes this work. Healthy soil isn't just dirt, it's a living ecosystem full of bacteria, fungi, earthworms, and organic matter. Dead soil has lost that life from over-tilling, chemicals, erosion, or poor management. These methods wake it up fast by feeding the biology, adding structure, and letting nature do the heavy lifting. You'll see improvements in as little as 30 days, with dramatic results by the end of one season. Let me show you exactly how to do this from start to finish. Why your soil died and how to fix it fast. Before we dive into the 10 methods, understand the science so you get exceptional results instead of slow ones. Dead soil lacks organic matter, has compacted structure, low microbial activity, and imbalanced nutrients or pH. Roots struggle to penetrate, water and air can't move, and plants starve even if you fertilize. The good news? Soil can heal quickly when you stop harming it and start feeding the underground workforce. Adding organic matter feeds microbes that glue soil particles into crumbs, improving aeration and water holding. Cover crops and deep roots break compaction. Mulch protects the surface. Consistent practices build humus that holds nutrients like a sponge. A single application of these methods can increase organic matter by 1 to 2% in months. That's massive for soil health. You'll create 24 to 30 plus inches of workable, fertile topsoil over time, instead of the usual thin, lifeless layer. More living biology equals faster nutrient cycling, disease resistance, and higher yields. Simple biology and physics at work. One well-managed bed can produce hundreds of pounds of food while improving year after year. What you need. Success starts with the right materials. You don't need fancy gear, most are cheap or free. First, organic matter. Compost, aged manure, leaf mold, grass clippings, shredded leaves. Aim for 2 to 4 inches minimum per application. Second, cover crop seeds, buckwheat, clover, rye, vetch, inexpensive packets or bulk. Third, mulch, wood chips, straw, cardboard. Fourth, worms or worm castings for instant biology boost. Fifth, a simple soil test kit, pH and nutrients from any garden store. Sixth, basic tools, shovel, rake, watering can or hose. Optional, compost tea brewer, bucket and aerator, gypsum for clay soils, rock dust for minerals. Source locally, city compost, neighbor manure, or free wood chips from arborists. Water access matters because consistent moisture activates everything. With these, you can revive even the worst soil. Method 1 is the foundation. Add massive amounts of compost and organic matter. This feeds microbes immediately and improves structure. Spread 2 to 4 inches of finished compost across the entire area. Don't till it in deeply at first. Let worms and rain incorporate it. For faster results, mix in shredded leaves, grass clippings, or aged manure. Science. Organic matter becomes humus that holds 20 times its weight in water and nutrients. Microbes multiply exponentially, breaking down material into plant-available forms. In compacted clay, it creates aggregates that let air and roots penetrate. In sandy soil, it boosts retention. You can see results in 2 to 4 weeks. Better crumb structure, darker color, earthworms appearing. Apply every season, layering on top for no-till magic. Pro tip: make your own by layering kitchen scraps, leaves, and grass in a pile or bin. Turn occasionally and keep moist like a wrung-out sponge. 1 cubic yard can cover 100 square feet at 3 inches deep. This single step can double plant growth in the first season. Method 2. Sow cover crops to biodrill and fertilize naturally. Choose fast growers like buckwheat for summer, or clover or rye for cool seasons. Broadcast seeds thickly on prepared, lightly raked soil, cover lightly, and water. Let them grow for 4 to 8 weeks, then chop and drop or turn in before seeding. These plants send deep roots that fracture compaction, pull up subsoil nutrients, and fix nitrogen. Legumes like clover add 50 to 150 pounds per acre. When chopped, they add biomass that feeds soil life. Buckwheat smothers weeds and loosens soil in 30 days. Daikon radish creates channels that last months. Mix species for diversity, oats for quick cover, vetch for nitrogen. Results? Soil that crumbles instead of clods, higher fertility without fertilizer. Plant between crops or in off-season for year-round soil protection. Method 3. Mulch heavily and let nature work. Mulch heavily with 3 to 6 inches of mulch, wood chips, straw, shredded leaves, or cardboard topped with chips. This protects from erosion, retains moisture, cools soil, and feeds microbes as it breaks down. Wood chips encourage fungal networks that build long-term structure. Cardboard smothers weeds while decomposing into humus. Never leave soil bare. That's how it dies. Mulch prevents crusting so water soaks in instead of running off. Over months, it turns into rich topsoil. Reapply as needed. In hot climates, it prevents baking. In wet areas, it reduces compaction from rain. Combine with compost underneath for rocket fuel results. Your soil will teem with life within weeks. Method 4. Introduce earthworms and vermicompost. Buy red wigglers or harvest from healthy areas and release 1 to 2 pounds per 10 square feet. Top with worm castings, black gold. Worms aerate, create channels, and deposit nutrient-rich castings packed with microbes and enzymes. One worm eats its weight daily, turning organic matter into perfect plant food. Their tunnels improve drainage and root growth dramatically. Castings boost beneficial bacteria 10 to 100x. Water gently after adding and mulch over them. In 30 to 60 days, you'll dig up handfuls of worms where there were none, perfect for containers and beds alike. Method 5. Make aerated compost tea for instant microbial explosion. Fill a bucket with compost or castings, add molasses or kelp, aerate with an aquarium pump for 24 to 48 hours, then dilute and spray or drench soil. Apply every 2 to 4 weeks. This delivers billions of beneficial organisms that unlock nutrients and fight pathogens. It's like probiotics for soil. Foliar sprays also strengthen plants. Cheap, fast, and powerful. Dead soil wakes up visibly greener in days. Use dechlorinated water and fresh brew for best results. Method 6. Stop tilling, chemicals, and over-digging. Stop rototilling. It destroys fungal networks and brings weed seeds up. Quit synthetic fertilizers and herbicides that kill biology. Let leaves stay, grass clippings return. Disturbance kills the web of life. No-till with mulch and compost builds soil from the top down. Transition gradually, layer amendments on top. Your soil structure will improve monthly instead of resetting. This alone prevents further death and lets other methods shine. Method 7. Test soil and balance pH and nutrients. Test your soil and amend specifically. Use a kit or extension service for pH, NPK, and micronutrients. Most dead soils are acidic or alkaline extremes. Add lime to raise pH, sulfur to lower, gypsum for clay or sodium issues, rock dust for minerals. Target pH 6.0 to 7.0 for most plants. Balanced minerals mean microbes and roots work efficiently. Retest yearly. This targeted approach prevents wasted effort and speeds revival dramatically. Method 8. Use deep-rooted plants and bio-drilling. Plant deep-rooted species like daikon, chicory, alfalfa, or sunflowers. Their taproots penetrate hardpan, bring up nutrients, and leave channels when they die. Chop and drop to add organic matter. Rotate these in problem areas for natural aeration without digging. Method 9. Build diversity with crop rotation and companions. Rotate crops and plant diverse mixes. Different roots exude different compounds that feed varied microbes. Avoid monocultures that deplete specific nutrients. Interplant companions like beans, nitrogen, with heavy feeders. Diversity builds resilient soil biology fast. Method 10. Layer Hugelkultur mounds or bury wood in beds. Layer logs, branches, compost, soil, and mulch. Wood decomposes slowly, holding water and feeding fungi for years. Perfect for long-term revival in poor spots. Even simple wood chip trenches work wonders. Drop a comment right now. What does your soil look like? Compacted clay, sandy dust, or something else? Which of these 10 methods are you trying first? Tell me your biggest soil challenge. I read every comment. Ongoing care and troubleshooting. Between applications, keep soil covered, water consistently, deep and infrequently, and monitor. Common problems? Still compacted? Add more mulch and cover crops. No worms? More organic matter and moisture. Slow results? Test pH and boost microbes with tea. Maximize by combining methods. Compost plus mulch plus cover crops equals transformation. There it is, the complete 10-method system to revive dead soil quickly. You've learned the science, exactly what you need, and detailed steps for each powerful technique, plus care and troubleshooting. This approach is proven, practical, and perfect for any space or experience level. Your action plan? Test your soil this week, spread compost and mulch immediately, sow a cover crop, apply worm castings or tea. Watch your garden come alive. This is real soil revival and food abundance from ground that once seemed hopeless. If I can do this, you can too. If this fired you up and you want more high-yield, soil-building, survival-style secrets that actually work, smash that like button right now, share with every gardener you know, and subscribe to Plant Care Secrets TV for weekly techniques that turn dead dirt into thriving gardens. Until next time, grow smart, grow abundantly, and take control of your soil. You've got this. Now go revive that garden.